have great potential and quality in different aspects, but are generally critically frowned upon. But not on this channel. I'm proud to say that this channel recognizes, appreciates, and promotes So Bad They're Good content so much that it's been developed into a series. Welcome to So Bad They're Good, a series where we list and discuss some of my favorite SBTG films in no particular order, but with extreme preference towards the macabre. Because the only time camp is actually fun is when it's horrifying. As always, I will try not to include too many, but I cannot say this video won't be without spoilers and material that may be too disturbing or too horrifying for some viewers, so viewer discretion is advised. And with that fair warning, let's get immersed into SBTG content. Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings. You know, it's never a good idea to move back to the town you grew up in, especially if it's a town known for being home to a vindictive monster. Pumpkinhead 2 beats its prequel in the camp and So Bad It's Good department for possessing that quality direct-to-video low-budget aesthetic, along with the low-budget acting. While the plot of this film isn't too bad, most of the acting is horrendous. Not even the great Andrew Robinson is able to save much of it, which I'll blame mostly on the script, and neither is Bond girl / blaxploitation goddess Gloria Hendry. If nothing else, we do get some good shots of Scream Queen Linnea Quigley, albeit in pretty explicit shots, but let's be honest, that's kind of our go-to. Altogether, there are some hilarious moments and sound effects so obnoxiously placed, it's hard not to LOL at them. Let's be honest though, the Pumpkinhead monster special effects are pretty impressive for how low budget of a film this was. Although, you might want to pass on this one if you have epilepsy because they do go heavy on the strobe effects in this one. This film also gets bonus points for providing a good lesson for us ethical GPS wielding humans out there, reminding us that you shouldn't be a bully or you might get murdered by a conjured up grotesque monster whose head doesn't care if it's Halloween or not. Overall, I still feel that Pumpkinhead 2 is a cut above the rest of the bad horror films out there entertainment wise, making it a So Bad It's Good flick.
Wings. That's what it is, you know. Blood Wings.
Hey, that's the name of the show.
Sleepaway Camp 3 Teenage Wasteland. Did you ever hate going to summer camp just so your parents didn't have to deal with you on break? If you've ever attended Camp Arawak or Camp Rolling Hills, you might have really hated it. And newsflash, Camp Horizons isn't going to be any different. Oh yes, we are covering sequels' or threequels, or whatever. If you're looking for a third film in a cult, low-budget horror movie trilogy, Sleepaway Camp 3 Teenage Wasteland might be the right one for you and your screen of choice. And speaking of screens of choice, if you've enjoyed what you've watched so far on whatever screen of choice you're watching it on, be sure to give this video a like, share, and subscribe, and comment below and tell me your worst camp experience in your life. And with that, let's get back to Sleepaway Camp 3 Teenage Wasteland. While Felissa Rose doesn't come back to camp to reprise her role as Angela in any of the sequels to the original, Pamela Springsteen does an awesome job in her version. Honestly, I love the original one, but the sequels are just so damn funny. I mean, what's better than deadpan comedy? Literal deadpan horror comedy. Not to mention a whole new lot of twisted and innovative death sequences and scenarios. The plot is the backdrop in this film, and that's just how us fans like it. If you ever watch these films, you know what you're watching for. They really do lean into the classic horror film tropes. No backtalk, no drugs, and definitely no premarital sex. Can it get any worse? Yes, it can! This camp is not just a place where summer solitude goes to die, it's also a place where your self-esteem goes to die, because this summer camp is marketed as a crossover between various social classes of campers. But Angela is colorblind as she eliminates privileged and underprivileged alike, killing those who she deems as morally reprehensible. Compared to the two films before it, Teenage Wasteland is exactly how it sounds, in every sense of the name, which is why it earns a place in this So Bad It's Good video. Basket case. It can be hard having siblings. It can be harder being a twin. And let's not even mention how hard it can be if you're a conjoined twin. In this low budget film, we see firsthand how being separated at birth can really affect your mental state. Dare I say, turn you into a real basket case. Aside from this being an interesting concept to say the least, this film gives body horror visuals for days and will make you think twice about opening random basket. This isn't your regular picnic basket. But seriously, the effects are pretty wild for a low-budget film. Belial is a pretty gruesome and grotesque being who can really get around, but has trouble getting around, if you know what I mean. Sorry, I had to. I actually love the mix of puppetry and stop motion within the film. I feel that the latter really emphasizes the unsettling nature of Belial and adds another layer of distortion. There are those who would look further into the basket and try to dissect a case study into a deeper interpretation of its intentions. However, I'm gonna keep it simple. It's gruesome, horrifying, and filled with macabre absurdity. But if that's not case enough, in 2017, MoMA selected this film to preserve and restore, so it's now available in 4K and with better audio. It's just an all-around so bad that it's good masterpiece, now in higher definition and superior audio quality. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Who knew that cheerleaders could be just as good with a steak as they are with pom-poms? The film that kick-started the much darker and more serious TV series is campy horror comedy at its best. This may not have been the film that MCU champ Joss Whedon initially envisioned, but I still think it's pretty awesome. To be honest, I do have a soft spot for bad vampire flicks and vampire hunter flicks, but I mean, how could you not love Paul Rubens as a vampire? I mean, it does not get any better than that. He's one of my favorite aspects of this film and really raises the stakes of campy comedy with his performance. I actually prefer the film to the TV series, no offense to Sarah Michelle Gellar, but I really love the Christy Swanson version. Maybe I have a thing for blondes. It's amazing how many stars we get in this film, including the amazing Donald Sutherland, the aforementioned Paul Rubens, the Is She Hot Office Award winner Hilary Swank, and the Dutch acting legend Rutger Hauer. Please don't kill me if I slaughtered that pronunciation. I'm pretty sure I didn't slay it. I also love the 90s aesthetic this film has. The dark, macabre vampire tropes are juxtaposed with the neon 90s spandex gear and cheerleading outfits. Its soundtrack is also mixed with some cool songs, some of my favorite being From the Cult and Pantera with Rob Halford. This Buffy is definitely one that lets the light in as far as vampire films go, and meets all the absurd antics to make it so bad that it's good.
Ooh,
Our last one on our list is Puppet Master. What's scarier than a killer clown or a killer doll? I'd say it'd be a killer puppet. This straight-to-video release would have been killer to see in theaters, but stage fright from the creators kept it from ever being released. Looking back, it may have done well at the box office, but it might not have gotten the cult following and adoration that it possesses today. Just like any horror film focusing on a seemingly innocent object of entertainment, Puppet Master will make you rethink having any sort of doll or puppet in your area of residence. It might also make you think twice about having a psychic group of friends around as well. I'd like to think that this film all stemmed from a certain Metallica album, because that would just be such a cool connection. Regardless, I love the stop motion effects this film has, as I'm a big fan of stop motion, and I also think that this effect works extremely well for horror as it adds to the unhinged and slightly distorted mood of horror. If you're a fan of this film, you're in luck, because there is a huge haul of sequels and spin-offs from the original movie. It's also fun to see all the various puppets that pop up in the different films. One of my favorites is Six Shooter, along with Blade, of course. The acting is not the best in this film, but that's not why you watch it anyway. It's a really fun film to watch, if not for the puppets, for the ridiculous fight scene. Seriously though, this is a so bad it's good film that'll have you wanting to pull whatever strings you have for more. That was a pretty good one. I like that one. From cheerleaders killing vampires to vindictive spirits wreaking havoc on people who arguably got what was coming to them, these movies can help you out if you've got nothing better to do than to sit down out of boredom or just want to kill some time without the need of mental exertion. Just be sure you opt for watching So Bad They're Good films as your option of remedy, rather than reawakening an obsessed psychic with a group of fellow psychics, or piss off your new shady counselor at summer camp. And definitely definitely don't go looking to see what's in that basket, or you might end up more of a head case than before. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like and share this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! But not on this channel. Not on this channel. But 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 not on this channel.